Hi students, in today's session I am going to explain some important numericals in chemical kinetics chapter. These are the few useful formulas in chemical kinetics. First formula is T half is equal to 0.693 by K. T half is half-life period, K is the rate constant. Sometimes they will give rate constant and they ask you to find T half. In some numericals they will give T half and they ask you to find rate constant. Your work is just to substitute the rate constant and find T half. Otherwise if they give T half, just to substitute T half in this formula and find K. Coming to the second formula, K is equal to 2.303 by T log of A by A minus X, where K is the rate constant, T is the time taken for the reaction, A is the initial concentration of the reactants divided by A minus X. A is the initial concentration, right? This X is the amount of substance that is reacted. Therefore, A minus X is nothing but the amount of the substance left after the reaction. They give sometimes K and they ask you to find the time. Just to substitute and they'll give the concentration also. Sometimes they ask the time, they give the K and the initial and final concentrations. Substitute, you will get the K. Sometimes they give K and T and initial concentration. They ask you to find the amount of substance left after the reaction. Coming to the third formula, log of K2 by K1 is equal to EA by 2.303 R into T2 minus T1 by T1 into T2. For two reactions, they give two different rate constants and they give two different temperatures and they'll ask you to find activation energy EA. Just to substitute all the given data in this and you can find EA. Coming to the fourth formula, T half is proportional to 1 by A to the power of n minus 1. They give you a question like, for a first order reaction, initial concentration of the reactants is doubled, then how the T half will vary? Or a first order or a zero order, initial concentration of the reactant doubles, how the T half will vary? Like this they will ask you the question. In such a case, substitute n value, suppose it is a zero order, n is equal to 0. If you substitute n place 0, then 1 by A to the power of 0 minus 1. Then T half is proportional to 1 by A to the power of minus 1. Means T half is proportional to A. What it means? For a zero order reaction, if the initial concentration of the reactants gets double, then T half of the reaction also doubles. Suppose if they are asking for first order, how to do, students? Substitute n plus 1, A to the power of 1 minus 1, then it is 0. There is no constant, A to the power of 0 is 1. Means if initial concentration of the reactant gets doubled, then T half does not change, because T half of a first order reaction does not depends upon the initial concentration of the reactants. Coming to the fifth formula, K is equal to mole 1 minus n liter n minus 1 second inverse. This formula is useful to find the units for zero order, first order and second order. For zero order, what is the n value? 0. Then substitute this 0 in this formula. Then rate constant K is equal to mole 1 minus 0 liter 0 minus 1 second inverse. Then you'll get mole 1 liter inverse second inverse. This is the unit for zero order. In the same way, find the units for first order, second order and third order. Here work is just to substitute the n value. Suppose for first order n value is 1, substitute that 1 here and you will get the units for the rate constant. let us see some important numericals by using these formulas. See this model 1. Rate constant of a first order reaction is 6.93 into 10 to the power of minus 3 minute inverse. Calculate the half-life period. What is given in the question? K is given. K is equal to 6.93 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Then what we have to find? T half. T half is equal to, we have to find. What is the formula, students? I already told you. T half is equal to 0.693 by K. What is K here? 6.93 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Then see, I am using calculator. You can do directly or use normal calci. 0.693 divided by 6.93 into 100 minutes. This is the T half for this reaction. Model 2. Rate constant of a first order reaction is 0.016 minutes. Then calculate the time required for 80% reaction to be completed. For first order, what is the formula? K equal to 2.303 by T log of A by A minus X. According to the given question, K is equal to 0.016. Substitute that. 2.303 divided by time we have to find log of, means for initial concentration is 100%. For 100%, how much the reactants are reacted, means the reaction is completed. 80% the reaction is completed. 100 minus 80. Then do the calculation. Then T is equal to 2.303 by 0.016 log 5. 100 minus 80, 20. If you do this, you will get log 5. For finding log values, see my previous videos. I taught the trick by using normal calculator. You can find the log values. Simple calculator you can use and you can find the log values. I uploaded a video on that. See that and you will get, find it, you will get 100 minutes. Model 3. Half-life period for a reaction is 3.33 hours. Calculate the rate constant for the reaction. If the reaction is started from 1 mole of A, what amount of A would unreacted at the end of 9 hours? What they are asking, students? Calculate the amount of the substance that is left unreacted after 9 hours. In the given question, T half is equal to 3.33 hours. They are asking to find the rate constant, then amount of substance left unreacted. We know that K is equal to 0.693 by T half. Substitute it. We get K, we get 0.693 by 3.33. We get 0.208 and K is equal to 2.303 by T log of A by A minus X. What is K? 0.208, which is equal to 2.303 by T. Time is 9 hours given in the question. 9 log of the amount of substance they are asking unreacted, but initially 1 mole. The initial concentration of the reactant is 1 mole. We have to find A minus X. Then log of 1 by A minus X is equal to, just move this term toward this side, 208 into 9 divided by 2.303. Find this one. We already moved this. We get 0.8128. Log, if move from left hand to right hand side, it becomes anti-log. Find the anti-log of this value, that is 6.499. Then A minus X is equal to 1 by 6.499. You get 0.1538 moles. Means this is the amount of reactants left after the reaction. Test yourself. Problem based on model 2 and 3. Rate constant of a first order reaction is given. Calculate the time taken for the completion of 2/3 of the reaction. Try this, students. Click on pass button, take paper and pen and find out the answer. This is the answer. If you get the answer, you are perfect on these second and third models. Model 4. Rate constant of a reaction at 300 K and 400 K are 0.0345 seconds and 0.1365 respectively. Calculate the activation energy for the reaction. R is given in the question and the rate constants also give. They are asking you to find the activation energy. This is the formula. K2 is given 0.1365. K1 is given 0.0345. R is given in the question. T2 is given 400 K and T1 is 300 K. Substitute all the given data and find EA. After substituting the given data, we get the activation energy 13724.2 joule per mole or 13.724 kilojoule per mole. Test yourself. The rate constant of a first order reaction at 300 K and 400 K are respectively 1.2 into 10 to the power of 3 and 2.4 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Calculate the energy of activation. Rate constants they give and temperature also they give, and they are asking you to find the activation energy. Pass button, click on pass button and find the solution. This is the answer for this problem. If you got this answer, you are just perfect on this concept. Model 5. If half-life period of a reaction is inversely proportional to initial concentration of the reactants, what is the order of the reaction? What they are telling? Half-life period is inversely proportional to the initial concentration. We already discussed T half is proportional to 1 by A to the power of n minus 1. If we substitute n place 2, then T half is equal to 1 by A to the power of 2 minus 1. Then T half is proportional to 1 by A. In this case, T half is inversely proportional to the concentration of the reactants, right? Then what is the order of the reaction, students? Second order. Along with all these numericals, work out on rate constant derivations for zero order and first order reactions. Very, very important, these two derivations. Rate constant for zero order and rate constant for first order, and half-life periods for both this zero order and first order. Very, very important. If you like this video, please click on like button and share this video to your friends and subscribe my channel for more updates. Thanks for watching this video.